Alright, greetings YouTube. Performance Reviews here, where I give you the review from the technician's point of view. And today we're going to do a quick unboxing on this LG cordless vacuum. Now, quick disclaimer, somebody on LG's advertising team reached out to me and asked me if I would review one of these. And I said, send me one, sure. So that's my relationship with LG. Now, my response back to them was, hey, I thought LG wasn't making vacuums in North America, which, with what's in front of me and a quick search on Amazon, is wrong. So if you are interested in this product, I will have a link on Amazon. But other than that, I'm not paid, and they'll get no favors from me. And typically, I find cordless stick vacuums, especially of this variety, to be cumbersome and, flawed in several ways. Anybody who's followed the channel knows that I'm not a fan of bagless vacuums. I'm not really a huge fan of cordless vacuums. And I'm definitely not a fan of cordless stick vacuums. I have a great video that I did on the Dyson V11 comparing it to a cordless canister, which I'll link here, explaining why really a canister, if you don't have a central vacuum, is the best way to go. So let's see here. The LG Cordzero, extremely powerful cordless stick vacuum. Before I get any further, I do want to mention the weight on the box was 21 pounds. Which would make this really, really heavy. We'll see how much of that is packing material. So we have instructions on how to pull this out. Looks like a 6-pack. So we'll pull that out. All right. And let's see what's in the box real quick. First, well, doesn't that just look familiar? Man, I bet you somebody who made this tool originally wished they had got a patent on that. All right. I like that there are part numbers on these, and I'm curious how much of this is going to be made in China and how much of this is going to be made in South Korea. Usually when we think of LG, we think of cheap refrigerators, cheaper cell phones, that sort of thing. Oh, we got a double-brushed nylon bristle cleaning head on here. One wheel and two little wheels here, so that's going to be, we'll see if this pushes. So that's what we got there. And then, what is it? What in the world? Oh, all right. I didn't think this was going to be one. So one thing that is a problem with stick vacuums is you are supposed to mount them to the wall. And what Dyson overseas, but not Dyson in the US, and other cordless stick vacuum, Romney, what the cordless stick vacuums have started doing is they've started putting these stands in there. So as I unpack this, I'm just going to start putting accessories around here for you to see. We have a manual with some screws and some mystery stuff, so we'll take a look at that in just a second. We have what appears to be an extra filter, so that's a good sign. We have the two batteries, which is kind of what I was looking forward to with this, is having two batteries. Let's see what the voltage is on these and the working amperage and all that. He is a 24 volt, no, 29 volt. It's so small, the rating. And it looks like a 2.4 amp hour battery. Have you do that. And the charger is a American style charger, multi-voltage though. So if you do 240 volts, and the quick connection guide, it wants to connect to the internet. Well, that will be interesting. What's interesting is assembling the appliance, and there's like these quick start, and these are thick plastic with a suction cup. So I guess they want you to suction cup this to the unit. So that's interesting. And one thing I will say is this was priced far more expensive than I originally thought it would be. All right, so we have the British Allergy Foundation seal of approval. Again, a company that's owned by Dyson. So it's interesting they would put that. Now looking at the controls and such, we'll go through that later. But so far the thing is got a really small handle. I gotta squeeze my fingers together. That's gonna go. Now more on this, like it's like an M16 grip, for lack of a better word. Let's take a look at this floor tool. See what's in here. What the hell? So this stair tool, and this looks like it would destroy your stairs with that plastic. That's going to be that's going to be interesting. So far, this is turning out to just be absolute strangeness. And LG had made some stranger vacuums called compressors a while back ago. Ooh. He looks, well, I can't tell if that's plastic or not. Alright, so that's an aluminum. I just scraped it right there. That is the aluminum wand with plastic fittings. Clear plastic fitting. Very strange. And then, and that telescopes through like that. And then this is, oh. I see there. A cease of the blind man. So this is the base for the unit, which I, again, appreciate them including some sort of base, because these things don't stand by themselves. Again, a canister vacuum solves all these issues. So that is all nothingness. So that is what you're going to get with your LG vacuum right there. Get this question. I was looking at this fitting and I was like, is that an 1.25 inch fitting on there? I'm about to be impressed. Then I was like, nope, it does not take standard accessories. So let's try a Miele fitting. And, well, that's loose. So it would appear to me, look, from an outsider looking in, that they put their own fitting on there. Now I just want to confirm that. Yeah, so they are using their own proprietary 33mm fitting. And the standard industry fitting is 32 or 34 for Europeans. So it's in between, so don't expect to use many accessories with this. I have this Miele adapter, which, due to this nipple here, does seem to fit on there. And then I could, I guess in theory, put an accessory on there. Now the question, of course, being, because they give you this telescoping wand, which is really lightweight and nice and aluminum, is would this work on this? And yes, it would. So, again, if for some reason you didn't want a spinning brush, well, look at that. Now we've got a proper floor tool. So I want to talk about the controls of this because it's a little strange. Again, this knurl, if you have man hands, no es bueno. They need to get rid of that knurl immediately and probably extend the grip about 1/2 inch would be preferable. So the batteries are easy to get. They go in, click in, there's this tab, and then you grab it like that. Again, if you have smaller hands, it might be an issue. I don't know. They have a separate piece of plastic molded right here, or a different section. It would have been nice if you could rip it out from there for people with smaller hands. So the trash empty is right there. And looking at this, I'm assuming these 3 red lines are your top fill lines. So after you hit the empty, get this nice thing here. This is janky, but that's going to clean the shroud. So that's nice. You don't have to reach up in there and clean that. But again, you will have to clean the cyclone at some point. And you can see that there are multiple cyclones in there. And, oh, the cyclone pack twists out. So that's nice for cleaning. Probably stick that in the top rack of the dishwasher every once in a while. And, okay, I'm digging that. I'm not digging the fake chrome, but I'm digging that. Then there's this part, which really, more about that filter in a second. There's a hidden small HEPA filter right up there. And that small HEPA filter doesn't have a whole lot of volume. You have a washable filter right here, some sort of cotton, and then you can see the motor right there. And I'm able to start the motor like that. And then there's a lineup that does not line. There we go. So we're lined up. There's a battery check indicator here. This says you hold for Wi-Fi. I don't know why you would need to connect this to the wireless internet. We'll assess that in the full review. There is a on and a turbo feature. Let's see how much sucky it has. I believe a medium power setting to this unit would be a great addition. As you can see, when it's on low and medium, it doesn't actually move the needle up enough to really give you enough power to clean either on hard floor or on carpet. But when you put it on boost, then you have a abnormal amount of power level. So I would like to see a medium power setting. And I hope these numbers aren't just because this is a media unit. I hope these are the numbers on the actual unit itself. All right, I brought this upstairs where I plan on initially testing it. And I wanted to talk about the stand because the stand's very well thought out and deserves attention. So the stand can be mounted to the wall with these screws and can be pulled off this piece of aluminum as you saw earlier in the unboxing part. But what I had to read in the manual for was this kit because this was not self-evident. So they include mollies, they include some nice wall screws, so include this long guy. So the long guy goes into this for people. This is great for people who have an apartment and maybe have something like that. They give you these quick removable strips which go on here. So you put this on here, and then this can be put onto the wall and stuck to the wall, but not necessarily permanently attached, which is perfect for an apartment. So some really well thought out bits about the stand. The stand also has 2 rubber grommets for the cord, which, you know, I can take or leave. They're not easy to put in, but they're way easier to take out. And then the plug right there. So, other thing about the stand is there's a place for your spare battery. So you can charge both batteries at once, which means your one battery goes in there, lights up, and then this guy, you see these hooks, those interact with that piece there, so it's not going to just clip in, it's going to slide in and make that noise. And that is how it's going to sit on the stand. And then also on the stand, if you have the wand retracted, the floor tool will sit there. Now there is no place for this on the stand. However, if you feel you would store it right here, you can do that. So there is kind of sort of a place for this, but not really. You pick the 2 best tools to put on the stand, which is exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and let this charge. And we'll turn the camera back on with a high quality microphone and give it just a quick pickup test. Which is breakfast cereal, cat litter, flour, and some fresh dog hair. And I'm going to do this on its highest setting. No flour, no animal hair, got all the cat litter. It did manage to move a piece of breakfast cereal, but I think that's kickback because this is constantly spinning. There's no way to shut this off, which means it could scratch your hard floor. Now LG does make a soft roller, which again, I'm not really a fan of those either. I think you would be better off adapting this to a traditional floor tool. All right, I've arranged that same carpet pickup test on my soft carpet. I will note the machine, when I was just playing around with it, was really hard to push on soft carpet because there's no height adjustment. And again, we're going to do this on its highest setting. Did kind of pull up a section of my carpet. It could have been there before, but generally this isn't on the CRI Carpet and Rug Institute's approval list, so there is a possibility this brush could be damaging to the carpet, though it feels soft enough. I really kind of doubt that. No hair, no flour, no cat litter. So the edge cleaning, but it didn't really snowplow anything. So that's really good for a cordless stick vacuum. So in conclusion, this is not a replacement for your full-size vacuum, though it does seem to have the most power out of any stick vacuum that I've tested. And I've tested a long list of them, anything from the Dyson V11 to the Robney X20 to the Miele to some of the really old ones like the Dyson V7, V6. So I do applaud LG on their effort in terms of, again, when you do put it on its most powerful setting, again, the medium setting is really just another low setting. I do applaud them for doing that. And again, I hope that power isn't just because they sent me a media unit. Give this video a thumbs up, and I want you to look, if you're watching this in the future, please check out my long-term review on this, as this machine needs a lot more evaluation before I could recommend it for purchase or not recommend it for purchase. Again, this is just what the machine is as it stands right now. Thank you, and have a wonderful day.